Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. And in this video, I am going to share with you how easy it is to be able to find wholesale products to add to your reselling business. And, if you're out there thrifting and hitting garage sales and going to the auctions and estate sales, you don't have to stop doing that. A lot of people think that, in order to start a wholesale business, you have to quit doing everything else. And that's not true at all. You can literally start a wholesale business and start adding a couple accounts to your business to make an extra $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, depending on how far you want to scale. And it's one of those things where once you add these accounts, you have them for life. You have that relationship for life as long as you nurture it. And instead of having to go out and constantly find these products, you have the relationship, you have the source, you have the replenishables that are coming in all the time. But in order to land these accounts, it takes some upfront work. So today I want to just show you how easy it is to find wholesale products. I'm going to show you how to do it on Amazon. You can also nurture these relationships and sell them on eBay as well, or other platforms. But there's literally hundreds and thousands of brands, manufacturers, and products that you could find. And I'm going to show you how much they're selling for, how little competition there is. And I'm going to just kind of break this down. This is going to be a quick video, but I want to just kind of give you a 30,000 foot overview of how simple this is. Marcella in the house. What's going on? Great to see you here. Third Coast Picking. Thanks for coming. What's up, Katie? All right, so let's just jump right into it. And I did want to mention as well, check the link in the description. I'm going to go over a quick overview right now, but at 2 p.m. Eastern today, I'm going to be hosting a free training. It's a virtual wholesale event at 2 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to go in depth with all of this. So if you haven't registered for that, be sure to register right now. Get on our email list. We'll send you over the Zoom link at 2 p.m. Eastern, and you will not want to miss that because we're going to dive super deep into things. All right, so let me jump into my screen share. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, so here's a wholesale store that I found on Amazon right now, and I do all my research for wholesale products on Amazon. So I'll just type in all different types of random items. It could be sports items, it could be clothing, it could be supplements, all different types of items you could search for on Amazon. And what you want to do is try to find a wholesale store. And the way that you can tell that it's a wholesale store is these 4 criteria. Okay. And I got this from my mentors, Dan and Dylan at the Wholesale Formula, who I'm hosting the webinar with today. And there's 4 things that kind of pass the rule of a product that you want to sell wholesale. And it'll kind of tell you a tall tale sign that these are wholesale products. Number 1, these products are selling for more than $20. Okay. Amazon's not the only seller. If you see a product and Amazon's the only seller, it's probably not a wholesale seller. The brand is not the only seller. Okay. So you want to find products where there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people selling it. And you want to find products that are selling at least 20 units a month or more. I like to find more than that, but that's kind of like the recipe right there. So I want to share with you a store that I found. The store is MCD Trading on Amazon.com. And this is a wholesale store. I've got the Jungle Scout Chrome extension on my computer right now. So you'll see this little box pop up and it'll tell me how many sellers, the ASIN, the amount of monthly sales, the ranks. And then I also have Helium 10 Chrome extension installed, which I'll show you in a second. Okay. So this seller right here, he's selling all different types of items, mostly supplements in this store right here. Okay. And I want to just share with you an example right here. The first product. So this product sells for $14.55. It's making about 540 sales a day. It's biotech. I don't know if you've ever heard of this company before, but it's selling 540 items, 540 times a month on average for $6,475. And if you click into it, I've got the Helium 10 extension, which should load right here. And you can see, okay, so you can see that there's 4 competitive sellers right now. So the way it works on Amazon is there's something called the buy box. However, out equally. So this each and every month. So I'm taking out my calculator. So I would take 6,500, and there's 4 competitive sellers right now that are FBA within a certain price range of about 3 to 5%. So if you were the next seller, if you were able to land a deal with this brand, which I'll talk about, you'd be the 5th seller. So you would, just based on an estimate, be making about $1,300 in sales every single month if you were to just land this one deal, okay, with this company Biotech. Now, if you were to do some research into the company Biotech and actually go into their store, they're most likely selling a whole bunch of different items, and they are, from E400 to Emax, Omega Oils, DZN2. I don't even know what these things are, but this is just an example of one brand. If you were to just land this account right here, and the way you could land it is, all I do is I take down this information and I go to Google and I search for their company information. So I'll find their email, their phone number, and I'll cold call them to try to land the account, or I'll email them. So that's just like a small example right now of like how easy it is to just find a product. Now you might be thinking, well, Steve, like, how do you find these products and whatnot? Well, again, I just use Amazon and I search and I find these different listings of brands that I've never heard of before. And there's literally hundreds and thousands. And I like to try to find products that might only have like 50 or 100 or 150 reviews, since they're not super popular. And if you keep going through this seller's store, you'll find all different types of brands. Like, here's another item that they're selling wholesale. It's selling for $50.99. This item is selling $15,368 worth each and every month. There's 5 competitive sellers right there. So if we were to become the 6th, and of course it's easy to say become the 6th, it takes some hard work to land these accounts, but let's just say that we were the 6th, that would be 15,000 divided by 6. That's $2,500 in sales just with this one product. If we were to able to land this account right here, I think it's Gaia is the brand. They might have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different items that you can actually sell and start purchasing wholesale, right? So what I typically do is I like to go in to the listings and I like to see who the other sellers are, right? So you go in and, there's 5 other sellers. So you can actually go in and you could find all 5 of the other sellers. And then you can go through their store and just make a whole huge list of all the different brands that these wholesalers are selling. Get all their information on Google, call them, send emails. There's a lot that goes into it. And again, on our training today at 2 p.m., we're going to really dive into this. But that's how easy it is, literally right here. And I'll put the links to these sellers down below in the description. But literally all you have to do is just go in and find the products. Again, you want to make sure that the products, that Amazon's not the only one selling it, that the products are selling for over $20. So there's enough profit on the bone. You want to make sure that Amazon or the brand isn't the only seller. Because the brand is the only seller, that means they're selling it directly retail. A lot of brands don't want to sell directly on Amazon because they don't want to deal with all the BS of selling on Amazon. As you know, if you're an eBay or Amazon seller, there's a lot that goes into it. So if the brand is the only seller, that means they're the retailer, which isn't going to be a good opportunity. And again, you want to make sure there's over 20 units a month for your share just to make it worthwhile. Now, here's another seller right here on Amazon. You can look them up. They're called The Healthy Habit. And these guys have a ton of wholesale products as well. There's actually 204 results right here. That might only be the first page. No, there's 204 in total. And again, these are all wholesale products. Again, try to find something that maybe only has a couple hundred reviews, so it's not super popular. Like, here's an example right here. Supreme Nutrition. Have you ever heard of this? Mimosa Supreme. I don't even know how to pronounce that. There's only 7 people selling this right now. And it's selling almost $11,000, this one product. So if you were to become the 8th seller, that would be 11,000 divided by 8. That's $1,375 in sales just per month, right? Just off of this one product. And again, you could go in here and you can actually look up this store. You could find their information. Looks like their name is Supreme Nutrition. So you or a virtual assistant could go in, find their phone number, find their contact information, and you could email them. You can call them up and you can let them know how you can help them. Now, again, that's what we're going to be talking about on the webinar today, how to add value, value props, how to make calls, how to email, how to talk to them, how to put the deals together. It's a lot easier than you would think. But obviously there's some knowledge that you need to know. But again, you can see they're selling all different types of products. So when you're thinking to yourself, well, obviously if I'm the 8th seller and it's selling $11,000 a month and I'm going to make $1,375 in sales, that's not all profit. That's correct. You might only make $300 profit off that one product. But the reason that's a good thing is because you're just having to put your money up, right, to purchase the product, and you could have them shipped directly to the Amazon FBA warehouses, and you're not having to go out and source the product every single time. You've built that relationship. You're helping them to grow as a brand, which again, we'll talk about more on the training. And that's just one product, $200-$300. If you land a wholesale account, which the account is like the brand. So you land a deal with this actual brand where they allow you to sell their products. They give you a wholesale invoice. They give you wholesale prices, known as keystone pricing. Typically, it's about 50% of retail price. You now have access to their entire catalog, and nobody else can sell those products, right? So that's why I like to work with, brands that don't sell to everybody. I like to work with brands that say no. You contact them, you say, hey, can I sell their product? And they say no, right? That's when you have to bring in the value props and find ways to be able to help them so they work with you. But again, that's the power of wholesale. You don't have to consistently go out and find these products. You put the deal together, you land the wholesale account, you're able to get permission to sell these different products. And a lot of these products sell like hotcakes. So right here, just with this one store, Slim Spa, that's a brand I could contact. Health Direct, that's another brand. Natural Woman, that's another brand. I don't know what brand this is. You'd have to do some research on what the brand is. But there's so many. Renovive, here's another brand right here. Just a random product. I've never heard of this before. It's selling for $39, has 325 reviews. This is only making $2,500 a month, only 64 sales, and there's 4 sellers. So if you were the 5th seller, $24.96 divided by 5. That's only $500 in sales a month off of this product right here, which means maybe it's like $100 profit. So that might not be worthwhile, but again, a product like this that's not making a ton of money, you might be able to get in, get in a relationship with them and see what other types of products they are selling. So there's so many different stores. Here's another one right here, Twin Light Products. They're only selling 20 products, but I found a really interesting brand. It's called Trace. Actually, I probably wouldn't go after this because it has 5,300 reviews. So let me skip that one. Here's one. Species. Have you ever heard of this brand before? I've never heard of it. And if you might be thinking, well, these are just a couple brands that Steve found and plucked them out. There's hundreds and thousands of brands and products on Amazon that you've never heard of before that might only have 3, 4, 5, 6 sellers. And these brands want to work on their brand. They want to create more products. They want to improve the relationships with their customers. They don't want to be the retailer selling on Amazon. So if you could come in and help them with their SEO, help them with pictures, help them with descriptions, there's so many different value props that you can come in with. You could land these deals, right? You could land these wholesale accounts, and you don't need $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to do this, right? You can do this with a couple $1,000s. Or less. It's just going to take slower, but I recommend a couple $1,000s. And this product right here, let's see, how much was this selling? So it's selling for $44.99. Let's wait for Jungle Scout to load. 35,000 rank in health and household. Oh, there's 6 FBA sellers right here that are actually competitive, which means I think it's within 5% of the buy box price. This is selling $14,000 worth every single month. So let's just put it at 14,000. If I was let's just say there's 8 sellers. Let's say we're the 9th seller. That's still $1,500 a month just off this one product. So it's just really, really easy to find products on Amazon. Again, all I do is I'll find a product that appears to be wholesale, right? I've never heard of it before. It doesn't have thousands of reviews. There's not like a million sellers or maybe only one seller or Amazon seller. And what I'll do is I'll just go through and I'll locate the other sellers that are on the listing, right? And then I'll just go through all their stores and I'll make a whole spreadsheet list of all the products, of all the brands, and then I'll just start reaching out to them. So let me jump out of here really quick. So it's that easy. Again, that's the beginning stages of it. And what I do is I create a whole spreadsheet, right? I have a whole spreadsheet with storefronts, right? So those examples I shared with you were Amazon storefronts. And then I go through and I use a software called Tactical Arbitrage, which will go through the entire storefront instead of me having to manually do it. So I can set, a filter, $20 or more. Amazon's not the only seller, selling X amount of items a month, blah, blah, blah. And then the program Tactical Arbitrage will extract all the information for me. And then I'll have a virtual assistant put it all into a spreadsheet. And then what I do is I have a virtual assistant go and get all the information of the company, the email, as much information as I can. And then we reach out to them, we email them, we get in a call with them. And pretty much I come in during the final stages of it all. So it's not super complicated. Amazon seems so complicated compared to eBay. So many rules, steps, time. But Edgar, the thing is, it seems complicated because you've never done it before. Anything is complicated at first, right? When I had to learn how to ride a bike, it was complicated. When I had to learn how to start selling on when I started buying bicycles off Craigslist, it was complicated. When I started my eBay business, it was complicated. But the thing is, with Amazon, it's just with the FBA program, it's just so much more scalable versus eBay, right? eBay is great. eBay is definitely easier. I would say it's less complicated for sure. But the thing is, you're always exchanging your time for money unless you have a big team and a warehouse and whatnot. Whereas with Amazon FBA, you're able to leverage the FBA program, just ship all this stuff to them and you leverage their whole process, their storage, their team and whatnot. So you can actually do the same method of using Amazon to find the storefronts, finding the products, finding the brands, reaching out to them, landing the accounts, and then you could sell them on eBay. You don't have to sell them on Amazon, and they'd probably be much more welcome for you to sell it on eBay versus Amazon because there's so many people on Amazon that are doing wholesale compared to eBay, right? But the thing is, the lake or the pond or the opportunity on Amazon is so much bigger because there's so many more people shopping there. Awesome. So if you guys want to learn more about this, check out the training. It's going down today at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be there as well. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of how I source. I know this was just the tip of the iceberg, but that's how I find all my suppliers, my wholesale accounts and suppliers. Is using Amazon, and I use Jungle Scout. I use Helium 10 a little bit. I use Tactical Arbitrage, and then I just extract the information from Amazon, from the competitors, and reach out to them, email, call them. And it's a numbers game, right? You might reach out to 50 brands and maybe only get one or two or maybe zero. But if you do land that one account, as I showed you just by, using the calculator on my phone, and showing you the amount of sales and how it works with the buy box and rotating buy box. If there's 10 people selling it and you're the 11th, there's 100,000, take 100,000 divided by 11. That's your share, typically on average. So I'll see you guys on the training. Check the link in my description. And if you guys want more videos like this with me just going through and pulling out different wholesale storefronts and sharing with you different products, and then you can go and you can study and reach out to them and email them. Let me know. I'll do more videos like this. I typically stick to the eBay stuff because I just feel like people on my channel want to learn more about that. And I feel like, just like the comment from Edgar, a lot of people kind of get freaked out with Amazon and freaked out with wholesale because it seems very complicated, even though it's not. At first it is. It's definitely complicated at first, but I'll definitely make more videos like this if you want me to and dive more in detail. But I just need to know if you guys want this type of content, or I could stick to the eBay content. So let me know in the comments. Much love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.